do 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 do. Hello. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello. Hello. Microphone volume is on high. Hello? Just making sure microphone's on. Hopefully you can hear me. Feels like it's been a while. And of course my nose is gonna start running. Okay. It's still low. Why are we low? Let me do that. Maybe that might help. Don't know. I'll see. Like I've got everything on maxed as best I can. So yeah. Cozzy, what are you doing? It's all good, you can hear me. Yay! Alright. Oh, Chair, what are you doing? Okay. Alright, let me just check.
Yes, I'm here. Coffee is my blood.
Absolutely. And one more. I had to. I had to. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah. Anyway, hello everybody. Hello. We've got a few minutes before we get started. Hi Chris. Hi Zap. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate it. Yeah, it feels like it's been a little bit. It's only been like, what, 3 weeks or a month. It hasn't really been that long, but it's been a lot going on. So it feels like it's been a while since I've been able to do this. So again, thank you for being here. We'll do a quick cheers before to get started. Mm. Okay, that's interesting. Not sure if I like that. Oh, Zep, thank you. Thank you. Mwah, mwah. Thank you. That's very sweet. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. The website appreciates it very much. So thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah. My sister gave me some cacao drinking chocolate. It was one she either didn't like or wasn't very gluten-free option or something. So she gave it to me to try, and it's a lot bitter than I thought it was going to be. Oh, my light's not on. Leeta, what are you doing? I'm sitting here going, it's awfully dark. Right. It's it's been a long morning. Um Activate. Are we turning on? Are we gonna turn on? Can we turn on? There we go. Ooh. Looks a little bit. Is that a bit too yellow? How's that coloring? Yeah, that one. That'll do. Um. So yeah. Eh. Eh. That'll do. That'll do, pig. Oh, I can drop it down. So it's actually not. Mm, I've got my background back too, so that's very exciting. I managed to get into the drawer that sorry, the drawer that had dropped down that I couldn't get into. I managed to finally get into it and pull out everything that was in that drawer. So so the background is back. Um yeah. All right. Well, Zep, hi all. Hope everyone's having a good day. Always happy to support. No, it is greatly appreciated, Zap. I seriously, can't I can't. Um, I don't know the words. My brain is not braining. But thank you very much. And as I've always said, all the money does go towards the website, and that's it. That's the only place the money's going. So Um, the amount of subscribers that we have is a lot less than we used to, and it is what it is. But anything that we get through Twitch and through Patreon and that everything goes towards the website. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, it is 9 a.m. Leeta time on Sunday morning. Let's do this. Let's do this. Yeah, I think we'll do this. Hang on, let me mute everything. Oh, come on, watch, mute. Are we not muting? We're not. We're not playing friendly today. I see. Okay. No, please don't ring emergency services. That's not what I want to do. Leeta puts out an SOS 000. 000 in Australia, just so you know, if you need to ring emergency services. Ours is 000. Anyway, here I am giving all the facts. All right, let's get let's get this started in three, two, one.
Whatever it is you enjoy about the World of Warcraft, we have a challenge for you.
Adventure.
Crafted.
Murder.
Flowers.
This is the WoW Challenges podcast. And here's your host, Leeta.
Hello and welcome to the WoW Challenges podcast. I'm your host, Leeta. This is episode 384 on Saturday, September 20th, 2025. Or if you're here in Futureland, Aussieland, any parts that is on Sunday, the 21st, welcome. Hi, chat. Welcome, welcome. Let us take our beverage of choice and say good morning, good evening, good afternoon, all of that good stuff. Cheers. Happy leading up to Halloween. Can we do that? Cheers. I have got a very interesting mocha. It's not my typical, and I'm not entirely sure I'm here for it at the moment. But anyway, there's coffee in there. Technically, there's about, I'm going to say there's probably 4 shots of coffee. So, will it help? I don't know. Anyway, good morning to chat. Let's see who is here joining us. And again, thank you to everyone for being here and giving of your time. Thank you very much. Chris is here. Thank you. Good to see you. We'll just. Yep. Good morning. Had to. Had to, Chris. Had to. Zep's here. Good morning, Zep. Just resubscribed again. Is that a total of 30 months, which is fantastic. Thank you very, very much for that. Appreciate that. Not sure who else might be here, but for anyone else that could be lurking or around, thank you for being here. So, as I said before we started live recording, my brain is not braining. That could very well be the show title, so let me write that one down. My brain is not braining, because I will probably not remember that. Um, what was I saying? there we there we go. This is yes. This is a typical moment in the life of Leeta, is completely forgetting what I was going on about. Anyway, so yes, I had to take a couple of weeks off. I had a lot of family and extended family things going on. So all of that's been done, celebrations, all of that fun stuff. So that was really nice to be able to take some time off. However, we're back this week, and which is great. And at this stage, I have got down that we will be back in 2 weeks, in another 2 weeks. Things, we always see how things go. There's a lot of stuff, just got a lot of stuff going on. I'm not working, and I swear to God, I'm busier than ever. It's crazy. But yeah. So anyway, that is what's that's part of what's going on. So yeah. Anyway, let's get into what's been going on while I've been away. So to start with the news, we've got a few things to talk about. We've had a few max levels. So first off, congratulations to Taelan for becoming our 42nd The War Within Ironman Challenge champion. We also have a congratulations to Bloodworg for becoming our fourth The War Within Bloodthirsty Challenge champion. Bloodworg is another Listen character. So Listen's had about Bloodworg plus I think another 7 max levels. A couple plus a couple that one I think got yellow flagged. Maybe it was a passy or something, but he's had a lot over the past 6 months, 8 months, whatever it's been, which is great. So this was his Bloodthirsty that he's been working on, finally hit max, which is fantastic. Then we have also congratulations to Ironmanghost becoming our 43rd The War Within Ironman Challenge champion. And then we've got Ironslam for becoming our 44th The War Within Ironman champion. Now, before we go too far, write-ups were both done for Taelan and Bloodworg, which is fantastic. I have not heard from Ironmanghost or Ironslam, so if one of these is your turn, please reach out. If I've not heard anything by the time I've done the editing of the show today and posted it, I will just do some basic posts because I've been waiting patiently. Like I've put out the vibe to be like, hey, if this is your tune, please contact me or contact the mods. and nobody has put their hand up to say, hey, yes, it's me. I've checked my emails and I always check junk and spam just in case something's gone through to them, and nothing's showing. So I don't think anyone has reached out, which is a bummer because we always enjoy finding out a journey of what someone's done for that particular tune. And yeah, so it would have been nice, but if I've not received anything, I'm just going to do a basic post. But if this is your tune and you're here now, or you know who that person is, please get them to contact myself or the mod team, and we can get you the question so we can get the write up. However, if I don't hear from you, I'll do a basic post. Actually, I might do the basic post tomorrow. Tomorrow is Monday for me. I'll give you, by the time this goes up, just in case if someone's listening, I'll do the basic post tomorrow my time. Okay? All right. Now, the other thing, there seems to be a lot going on in World of Warcraft. And again, I don't know if it's just me because I'm not spending as much time as I normally would. The past, this expansion, last expansion, I'm not spending as much time, and it's just life. Like, it's not that I don't love the game. It's WoW is my game. Always will be. Always has been. I've played it for a very long time and I don't see that changing. It's just not spending every day for multiple hours within the game, and sometimes that's a little bit upsetting to me because I love it. However, there are other things that are going on in my life that I need to prioritize, and at the moment, WoW is not one. And that's fine. Completely fine. So, Mrs. Rakuru, good morning and thank you. 72 months. Mrs. Rakuru just resubscribed. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hang on. I should do little hearty hearts. Where's my little hearty hearts for my lovely? There we go. Thank you very much. That's very kind. And as I said to Zep earlier for his subscription, uh, the money will go towards the website. So thank you. It's very, very kind. So thank you very much. So yeah. So yeah, life's just been very challenging. So by the time I hop into game, I feel like I'm chasing my tail. And I'm not saying that that's a good or a bad thing. It's just, it is what it is. So, and it's been like that, as you guys would know. It has been like that for a time. It feels like it's been like that for a time. And again, sometimes we've got to prioritize life, and that's okay. It's what it is. So it just feels like constantly for me that there's something that I'm playing catch up with. Something may have come out and, like, what do you call it? Not the contribution. Oh, words. My, like I said, my brain is not braining today. The campaign. So Blizzard quite often gives us so much of the campaign, and then the next one comes later on, and then the next one, etc. So I feel like I'm playing catch up with the campaign on Leeta before I'm even really having a chance to look at any other alt that I have. And that includes my challenge tunes. Like, my challenge tunes are, they're sitting here going, hey, we're here. And I'm like, I just At the moment, I just don't have the time. Zep says, I think I felt like that this whole expansion, always so many new things or events going on. Exactly. And I mean, as we have discussed in the past, the fact that, back in the day when there used to be a patch and there would be many, many months between from one patch to the other. So a lot of times people would be like, hey, I've been doing this for 3 or 4 months. I'm really sick of it. They might go play an alt. They might take up something like a challenge tune, etc. Some people go, no, I'm going to go and have a break and I'm going to go and play Switch or Diablo or, something else. And that's completely fine. Nowadays, WoW is they've kind of got a very set schedule where they're saying, okay, we're releasing this will happen every so often, and that's great. It's good to see that we're getting some newer content, but again, it does feel for those of us that aren't in the game as much as we'd like to be, it does kind of feel like a lot of catch up. So, it, and again, it is what it is because IRL life, all of that compared to, trying to game or play the game that you completely love to play is sometimes you've got to make that little bit of a choice to be like, okay, I can't be over here in game and play leader or play an alt or do whichever because I need to focus on this currently. So I completely get it. I can't remember what my point was. Anyway, so yeah, so I completely get it. And we know that we've got midnight is coming. There's, I will admit I had watched the trailer for the new expansion and I had watched it a couple of times and then I actually watched it just recently where I put it on my full screen and cranked up the volume a bit because back in the day, whenever Blizzard had released that expansion trailer, I would sit at my computer and I would crank it on here. And a lot of times with the way technology is nowadays, you might see it on your phone, you might see it on your iPad, whichever, and that impact is not quite the same as seeing it on the big screen. And for me, a big screen is my PC computer or watching it via YouTube on my TV. But this day, and it was only recently, I'm going to say within the last maybe 5 days, that I went, you know what, let me re-watch it because I've watched it a few times and let me rewatch it on my computer. Let me turn up the volume, crank it up, and let me watch this again because I want to get the the sense of it. I want to really hear what it's like because sometimes again if you're listening to it on your phone or on an iPad or whatever device, if you haven't got your headphones in listening to it, you might miss stuff, and a lot of times there could be those background noises that just adds to the ambience of what that trailer is. So I put it on, I turned up the volume, and I sat here and I must admit that I got goosebumps. Was like I could hear so much going on in the back. I think the fire, um the swish of like the void, like without listening to anyone talking, but just the sounds in the background. And I must admit that as much as, and I loved it watching originally, but by sitting here and kind of watching it as in like a movie mode, I was like, yeah, oh yeah. So again, very excited. We've got that expansion is coming next year. They haven't given us a date as of yet. They've just said, 2026. And and again, we've got a lot going on with the game. So I think for a lot of us finding time to play, I know I'm surely not the only one that is having limited time. And then even those times that I think back and go, well, when I had a lot more time, there's so much to do. Right? There's so much to do in game. It's crazy. Even if you said, well, I'll go back or I'll go play an alt or I'll go play my challenge turns. What do I want to do? Where do I want to go? That's the thing about this game. There is so much that you can do, and that's part of what we love about the challenges is I don't want to play my main. I don't want to play one of my normal alts. I do want to play a challenge turn. What am I going to do? Am I going to go iron? Am I going to go green? Wait, I feel like doing some professions. Do I want to go a pacifist? Do I want to go a working man? You can break those up into what do I feel like doing for a challenge zone. And then if you're not really sure and you're just like, I want to test how things is. Do I want to take a tin? Do I want to just go scout? Do I want to do a recon by scouting things out and laying a path for where I want to go with a future challenge zone? So there's all those kinds of things. But at the moment, we've also got the world events, which seem to be coming thick and fast. So, speaking of world events, hang on, let me take a breath. Talking, 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 talking. Um, so yeah, again, cheers. And yeah, I'm gonna say that I'm probably not a fan of this mock-up. I think we'll go back to my original, which would this is definitely tart. It's not sour. It's a tart bitterness, and it's not the coffee. It's definitely the cacao chocolate, drinking chocolate. It's definitely different. But anyway, we could talk coffee and related drinks all day. However, that's not what the show's about. So, let's talk about upcoming world events. So, we have got Brewfest starting in a couple of days. Again, so how are we at Brewfest already? Anyone? We're halfway through September. I keep saying this because it's. Why is it the older I'm getting, the faster time is just. The year is going so fast, Mrs. Rock Guru. Absolutely. Chris is saying hopefully there's new mogs. Okay, well, what I will do is I will do the write up for the website on Brewfest. Obviously not today, and I'll try and have it posted just before it goes live. So it's saying it goes live 7 a.m. on the 23rd of the 9th. and that will go through to the 9th of the 10th. So it's certainly got some, a good couple weeks. And again, there probably will be some great stuff that you can use to take challenge tunes through. So, as Fair always said, there's bonus XP for a lot of these world events for various tunes, obviously not for your bloodthirsties, but we would class it like bonus XP. So yeah. So I will do a Brewfest post. I will try and get it up before it starts. If not, it may be after it starts. Again, I will see, but I'll check it out and I will post a new an up-to-date 2025, what's coming. I will admit I don't know. I haven't fully looked at it, but I will have a look. Then, at the same time as Brewfest, Harvest Festival will start on the 2nd of the 10th. Okay, and that will go until the 9th of the 10th. So both Brewfest and Harvest Festival will finish on the same date, but it seems to be different times. So that's what's coming up. By the time then the next show is around, which should be on the 4th. Let me check. Let me check. Yes. So the next show will be on the 4th of October, and by then we'll know for the next lot of world events, which obviously will be Dark Moon Fair will be starting, and we'll have the brain is not braining. All Hallows and all will be starting, obviously leading up to Halloween and all of that. So I'm hoping there's new stuff. And I'm hoping there's not too much new stuff, so just in case if I've got limited time, I can still get it. Because I I hate the fact that if I can't buy get all the things, I don't like. We used to do that years ago. Remember when the achievements came in and we were chasing the Proto Drake? Because you had to complete the world events for every time for a whole year. And I still feel that pressure every time there's a world event and there's new things. I'm like, I want it. I want it all. I just give it to me all. Give me new things. Same as like, what is it? Trading post. Give me more. Give me more of the cash, please. Just, I hate having to walk away going, I really wanted that as well, but I could only buy like two things. And I want it all. What a long, strange trip it's been, Chris. Yes, absolutely. Uh, yes, new mogs. Mrs. Rock Guru says new mogs have seen them on Wowhead, plus a new additional mount from Corin Brew. Ooh, that's been a while. Okay, okay. I'm intrigued. I'm interested. Chris says, oh, I forgot about that one. Thank you. Okay. Also, Mrs. Rutguru, by the looks of things, they sorted out the clipping when it was data mined early in the year. Legion Remix, you need so much bronze. Okay, I must admit, I haven't even looked at any of that stuff at all. There's no way I can play a remix without, I do love it's the original. What are we calling it now? Retail? I don't like that. Retail WoW? No. It's original. It's original WoW. Chris says that's the name of the achievement when you complete all the world quests and it gives you the mount. Yes, Violet Protodrake. Which still to this day, yeah, it's one of my faves, but there's now far too many faves. There's a lot. We have got a lot of mounts in this game, which is fantastic. I'm all for it. Absolutely. Okay. It's a barrel-shaped flying mount built on Mimrong's head. Ooh. Barrel-shaped flying mount. Part of me's like, who intriguing, and the other part of me that has vertigo is kind of like, mm, I will, like a keg, yep. Okay, so I'm intrigued because I'm wondering if it's going to be like, sets my vertigo on fire. I'm hoping not. My first list is insane. My fave list is insane, yeah. Absolutely, Chris. And at the moment, you know what I've been doing with Leeta in particular is trying to transmog her, create new outfits, and looking at things that I don't typically look at, you know, so and picking out colors that I don't typically go with. You know, because it's not all about corruptor set leader. But and then matching, finding something within my mounts to match. And again, trying to look at, okay, it's stop picking the same favorites that you always pick later. Pick something a little different because you've got how many mounts? How many mounts have I got? I've got too many. A lot. So I try and, you know, I try and match her and give her a period of time. So sometimes we might have that for a week. Sometimes I might only have it for a couple of days, but I do try and, you know, because we've got all these things and me being stuck in Corruptor as much as I love, Corruptor will always be my S tier. It's mine. My ride and die. She will go out in Corruptor if that ever happens. But for now, she's also exploring a lot of undead female sides of sometimes wanting to be uh a girly undead wearing a pretty dress, and sometimes she wants to be a bit like a archaeologist or a lawyer, you know, like a legal profession person. There are keg helmets. Yeah, I think we've definitely had keg helmets before. Am I right? I'm sure I've got one that had um what was it? Something, or was that from a run from a dungeon that might have come off like one of the bosses in a dungeon? So yeah. But again, we've got, you know, again, things to keep us busy, which is great. So it'll be interesting to see what new things. Harvest Festival again can be great for a bit of bonus XP for your challenge tunes. So yeah, so we'll see, but I'll do that in the next few days, as I said. If I can get it posted before before Brewfest, however, with time zones and all of that, it might not be until after. I'm just now thinking about my next couple of days, and I've got a couple of busy things I have to sort through. So yeah, we'll see. Anyway, it will be up. We'll we'll get it done eventually. Okay, let's do the state of the challenges. Let's have a look. I got an itchy nose. Sorry, guys. Give me a sec. Okay. Did you notice I've upped my sub to tier 2? Did you? I didn't. How did I? You did too. Where's mine? That is very kind. Thank you. I did see it, but the brain didn't compute. It tells me right there. Mrs. Rockguru, I apologize. My brain is seriously not braining, but thank you very much. That is super sweet. Thank you. It is greatly appreciated. Whatever you guys can do to, again, help pay, we just put it towards the website. So thank you. I completely braining, not braining. the the usual. The usual. Alright, let's do state of the challenges. So irons. We've got 10 irons this week. So at number 10, we've got Dark Iron Man, level 18. At number 9, there was a Cyrillic name. Anyway, when I did the translation, it was Rice. Was level 23. Number 8 is Irons at level 31. 7 was Harmdall at level 33, RIP. 6 is Myaretha at level 43, RIP. And at number 5, Fantes at level 53, RIP. Wow, 33, 43, 53. Damn. Okay. At number 4 this week was Iron Bear at level 72. Number 3 is Arc Iron at level 74. And then at number 2 we had Ironslam at hitting level 80. And at number 1 was Ironmanghost hitting number 80, hitting level 80, so that's our 43rd and 44th The War Within Iron Champions. Bloods, we had 1 blood this week, which is Boromire at level 21. Pacifists, we had 2 pacifists, which is Irencia at level 16, and number 1 was Chris at level 32. Traditional Chris spelling, not our Chris spelling in the chat. Our Chris, my Chris. Not I, no, exactly. But typical, CHRIS, which is intriguing to, again, some names that you think that would never be there. Surely someone's taken that, and no, it's there. So that's kind of cool. All right, Working Man, we have 1 of those, and it's Bear Liz at level 24. We had 2 greens, which is Alex Iron at level 12 and Aviana at level 40. Aviana, yeah, that seems to be right. Tins, we had 1 tin, which was Alex Tiny at level 16. And we had no Iron Blood or Green Man teams this week. So yeah. All right. Chit chat. Okay, I've got 2 funnies. And I don't think I've done these ones. They didn't ring a bell of ones that I may have said years ago. So hopefully I haven't. But let's see. And if you've got one, pop it in chat and I'll read it. Okay, the first one is, why are fungi always invited on road trips? They don't take up mushroom. Oh, I will admit that when I saw that one, I did have a very deep reaction and sat here giggling for a good, I'm gonna say a good 5 minutes. And I was like, yep, we're having that one today. And then it took me a little while to find a second one. This one I didn't giggle as much to, but I still thought it was super cute. Alright, what do you call a classy sea creature? Sophisticated. Sophisticated. Yeah, it's again, you know me. I am all for the cute ones. Sometimes, every now and again, I don't mind the eye roll ones, but I do like a cute pun or cute joke, I will admit. So, yeah, absolutely. So, hopefully, that may have brightened, made you smile, made you cringe inwardly, but you still kind of like, yeah, later. That not bad, not bad. Hopefully. Oh, all right. Well, before we wrap up, anything I've missed? Anything, chat? Anything that you'd like me to mention? You'd like me to talk about before we wrap up? As I said, I will be back in 2 weeks on the 4th. So, I think we should be good good for that at the moment. And then we're coming into Halloween's coming. How many sleeps have we got until Halloween? Not that I mean, I just love the there are times that I'm like, I wish I was completely over there in America with you guys to have another Halloween. I have had one Halloween in, which was 2018 when I went over for BlizzCon. Spooky season, yep. But that wasn't a traditional Halloween because obviously it was way before, but I did go to Disney and they still had all the Halloween stuff out. It was so cool. It was great. I loved it. I want to go back to Disneyland more times. That would be cool. Disneyland was I had the best time. So yeah. All right. Everyone thinks we're good. Excellent. All right. So let's wrap up. I'm sure Chris needs to go to bed. Mrs. Rakuru, what time is it there for you? I'm sure you could probably go back to sleep. Get Hubs to do it for an anniversary. Maybe anything's possible. Would be nice. Just coming up to 1 a.m. Nice. Nice. Well, maybe that is you could have a chill, you could go play WoW, then go back to bed. All these things. Okay. Well, again, thank you to our wonderful Iron Elites. Our names are below for everyone. Again, thank you to Zep, Mrs. Rock Guru, for again subscribing through Twitch. Much appreciated. Plus to all of our Iron Elites playing Elite Dangerous at the moment. Cool. Um, to our to the wonderful team that is behind World Challenges, because obviously it's not just me. We have got a team of wonderful, wonderful human beings that I would not be able to do this without. So the likes of Chris, Stir, Zaya, Awesome Trousers, Execute, as well as Rod, who is one of our code wardens. Again, thank you very much for the things that you do to help keep these places, one, a safe space, two, obviously our Discord's not as busy as it has been over the years, but that's okay. We're a small community, and there's nothing wrong with that. But we've got some amazing people, so thank you to those that help out. Appreciate that. So again, I'll be back in 2 weeks, which will be Saturday, October 4th at 7 p.m. Eastern. When does time change happen? Is that after Halloween? I'll have to look in that. Unless Chris or Zep, you know, let me know. Because then I'll have to readjust. have to readjust. November 2nd. Hot damn. I just get comfortable being like 9 o'clock. Okay, I need to be sitting down, getting ready to go live, and then I've got to push it back an hour. Which you can say later, you're getting pushed back. But then I get into getting used to 10 o'clock, and then when we've got to change it to come forward. Oh, last Sunday in October for you, right? So November 2nd is time. Just gonna put time change. It's not called time change. I can't think of what we call it. Like I said, the show title will be My Brain is Not Braining. So yeah, that seems fitting. Anyway, if you want to check out any of the information, check out the challenges, please go over to wellchallenges.com. You'll also find all the information for our socials. And if you need to contact me, please reach out. You can reach out through Discord, Twitter, email. You can email the podcast one, which is podcast@wildchallenges.com, or email me directly, which is leetawow@gmail.com. So please feel free if you need to reach out. I'm around. Just again, time zones make it might be a little bit of time before I get back to you. All right. Daylight savings. Thank you. See, that's what I mean. I should daylight savings. Oh my goodness. Anyway, all right. Well, look. Thank you very much for everyone being here. I appreciate it again of giving you time to hang out with me today. For the subscriptions, Zep and Mrs. Rock Guru, thank you very much. For anyone listening in the future, to the video, to the podcast, thank you. Hope you're all having a wonderful wonderful day. Please stay safe, both in and out of game. And like I said, I will be back on October the 4th at 7 p.m. Eastern. All right. Bye, guys. The WoW Challenges podcast is a World of Warcraft gaming podcast produced by Leeta, copyright 2025. Portions of this podcast belong entirely to Blizzard Entertainment. Music used for the show belongs to Kevin MacLeod at incomnitech.com as well as from bensound.com. No copyright infringement is intended. Alright, we are done. So, let's go with my brain is not braining. I don't think I've had that one before, but I think it's very apt with how how things how things are at the moment. So, yeah, definitely. We have no brain anymore, I swear. It feels like mush. And I mean, I've already had like a double coffee this morning. This is not my first coffee. I would say if I just woke up and got out of bed and this was my first coffee, I could understand my brain not braining. But I've been up for quite some time and I've been very busy and my brain should be functioning correctly, but it's not. Eh, what can you do? What can you do? It doesn't matter. She'll be right. As long as I'm breathing, all good. Exactly. Alright, well, I will stop the stream again. Thank you. Thank you very much for hanging out. I appreciate it. Sleep well if you're going to sleep. If you're going to go and play well, have fun, all of that. Please just take care. Have a wonderful day, evening, night, all of that. Okay? I'll catch you in 2 weeks. All right. Bye.